Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving headfirst into a story that's got Washington buzzing and Silicon Valley whispering. It's a story about power, technology, and a very ambitious plan to overhaul the US government. But is it a stroke of genius or a recipe for disaster? That's the question we're tackling today. We're talking about the Department of Government Efficiency, or as it's more popularly known, DOGE. Yes, like the meme. But this is no joke. So, what's the deal with DOGE? Well, the basic premise is to drastically cut federal spending, supposedly by a third. And the strategy? Bring in a team of young, tech-savvy individuals, many with backgrounds in data analytics and AI, to shake things up. Think Moneyball for the federal government, but on steroids. The recruitment effort is aimed at attracting top talent, and that's where Elon Musk's influence comes into play. This whole thing has whispers of a very specific kind of tech bro energy, doesn't it? It's got that disrupt everything vibe. Now, Elon Musk isn't officially running DOGE, at least not publicly, but the fingerprints are all over it. The initiative aligns perfectly with his vision of streamlining processes and leveraging technology to solve problems. The connection to people like Peter Thiel, specifically Palantir alumni, adds another layer to the story. It's a network of individuals who believe in using data and technology to drive efficiency, even if it means challenging the status quo. Think about that for a second. We're talking about a significant injection of private sector tech ideology into the heart of the US government. The stated goal is admirable: reduce government waste and improve efficiency. Who wouldn't want that? But the methods being used are raising eyebrows. We're hearing reports of a quit or be fired ultimatum being issued to some government employees. That's a pretty aggressive approach, and it suggests a willingness to steamroll over anyone who gets in the way. It's the move fast and break things mantra applied to the public sector. But is that really the right approach when we're talking about essential government services? Okay, let's break down the immediate impacts. First, expect increased scrutiny of government spending. Every agency will be forced to justify its budget, which could lead to some much-needed cost-cutting. Second, we're seeing an influx of tech-oriented staff, particularly those with data analytics backgrounds. This could lead to the implementation of new software systems and AI-powered solutions. But here's the potential downside. The quit or be fired ultimatum could lead to resistance from existing government employees and disruptions in services. Plus, the lack of transparency surrounding DOGE's operations is a major red flag. Looking beyond the immediate impact, we see some interesting implications for the tech industry. Companies like OpenAI and Anthropic, already involved in initiatives like Accelerate X, could benefit from increased government demand for AI-powered solutions. This could translate into lucrative government contracts and partnerships. Don't forget the consulting firms. The drive for efficiency could create opportunities for firms specializing in government optimization. On the other hand, sectors like defense and education could face significant budget cuts. Trump has already mentioned targeting these departments. Now, let's talk about the potential socioeconomic impact. Significant cuts to government spending could lead to job losses in the public sector, impacting communities that rely on government employment. We could also see changes in the availability and quality of government services. And with the focus on AI and automation, there's a real risk of increased technological unemployment. This whole thing could spark a major public debate about the role of government and the influence of tech entrepreneurs on public policy. It's a debate we need to have. Let's not sugarcoat it. There are some serious risks associated with this initiative. From a technical standpoint, the lack of government experience among DOGE staffers is a huge concern. Understanding the complexities of government systems requires years of experience. Inexperienced staff could implement inefficient solutions, create security vulnerabilities, or introduce incompatible systems. And the over-reliance on AI is another red flag. AI algorithms can perpetuate biases, lack transparency, and lead to over-automation. It's not a magic bullet. From a business perspective, the stated goal of cutting the federal budget by a third is extremely ambitious and potentially unrealistic. Failure to achieve this goal could damage the reputations of everyone involved. The initiative's dependence on Elon Musk also creates a single point of failure. Any controversy surrounding Musk could negatively impact DOGE, and the lack of transparency creates opportunities for corruption and makes it difficult to measure success. This needs to be addressed immediately. But perhaps the biggest risks are ethical. The aggressive and secretive nature of DOGE could erode public trust in government. Cost-cutting measures often disproportionately affect vulnerable populations. The quit or face being fired ultimatum suggests a lack of due process for federal workers. And the centralization of power in a small group led by a private citizen, raises concerns about the undermining of democratic institutions. We're talking about fundamental principles here. So think about it. The involvement of individuals associated with Palantir and other tech companies raises concerns about the influence of private interests on government policy. The lack of public consultation is ethically problematic, and the focus on cutting costs may lead to a disregard for ethical considerations. It's a slippery slope. Are we sacrificing essential services in the name of efficiency? That's a question we need to be asking ourselves. Let's talk more about Palantir. The company, co-founded by Peter Thiel, specializes in data analytics and has a history of working with government agencies. The fact that so many DOGE staffers have ties to Palantir raises questions about the influence of Thiel's network on this initiative. Is this a genuine effort to improve government efficiency, or is it a way for Palantir to expand its reach and influence within the government? It's a valid concern. Now, before we get too doom and gloom, let's consider the potential upsides. A more efficient government could save taxpayers money and improve services. The injection of new technology and fresh ideas could revitalize outdated systems, and the focus on data-driven decision-making could lead to better outcomes. But these potential benefits come with significant risks, and it's crucial to proceed with caution. So, is DOGE ultimately a force for good or a force for bad? The truth is, it's too early to say for sure. The initiative has the potential to bring about positive change, but it also carries significant risks. Addressing these risks will require a more transparent, ethical, and collaborative approach to government reform. We need to ensure that the pursuit of efficiency doesn't come at the expense of essential services, public trust, and democratic principles. Looking ahead, I predict we'll see increased scrutiny of DOGE's operations and methods. There will be more public debate about the role of technology in government and the influence of tech entrepreneurs on public policy. We might even see legal challenges to some of DOGE's actions. The future of DOGE depends on its ability to address the concerns raised by critics and demonstrate a commitment to transparency, accountability, and ethical conduct. If not, it could become a cautionary tale about the dangers of unchecked power and the importance of safeguarding democratic institutions. This is a story that's still unfolding, and it's one that we'll be following closely here on the channel. Make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any updates. What do you think about DOGE? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Are you optimistic or concerned? I want to hear from you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.